Hello guys! Well, today is a vaguely interesting day because today I'm actually going to do some cooking for you. I'm going to make some samosas, which is something I used to make a long time ago. Completely forgot how to do it, looked up a recipe and went, ah, yeah. So, let's have a look at the ingredients. So there we are, samosa pads. This is what we're going to be using to actually make the samosas. But it's kind of like a puff pastry roll, but just individual sheets. We have to keep them moist while we're actually rolling them up, otherwise they dry out really, really quickly. They get brittle and they snap, so you have to look after them. The beef, just normal beef mince, and we have an onion, some oil. I'm using olive oil because I'm trying to be middle class and posh. Ginger, it's very important. Lemon, garlic, which needs to be peeled and everything and chopped. Then we have some turmeric, and then we have some chili powder. It says to use like fresh chilies, which is probably going to be better. So I'm just going to cheat with some chili powder that's probably gone off. And we have some ground coriander. And something else we need is some mint. And this is a fresh bit of mint from my kind of mint bush that my dad gave me. So let's get started. So, cutting onions. Now these need to be diced, but I just love cutting onions. I wish I could have put more footage in here, but there's another one. There's another cut. Oh yeah, he's good. This man is a good cutter. So here's the spices. We've got some chili powder, some ground coriander, and some turmeric. Oh, onions, of course, garlic, and ginger. And here's some really fast chopping, which I don't know why, but it has to be there to make the time. Oh yeah. So, there's me just showing off that I've got a cooker. So we add some oil into the pan, and then after the oil's in there, we come on to putting some onions in. So you fry these off until they get kind of brown, well not brown but soft, you know, that kind of translucent-y cooked stuff. Then you chuck in some ginger. Come on, Snare, hurry up. I know. But then we put in some garlic as well. So the garlic and the ginger and the onions and a bit of fancy tossing. Look at that. Are you impressed? I was. Anyway, here's the spices going in. So everything goes in together and everything gets cooked together, and you give it a bit of a stir around. Make sure everything's mixed together, and at this point, in just a second, I actually added a bit of water after I did this little bit of funky tossing. I love that. Awesome. Now here goes the meat. The meat goes in. The meat is basically just, you separate it with your fingers, get it into the pan, and it should be lovely, and just put in as much as you want. I put in a whole packet, but then you just have to mix it all together and kind of cook it so the meat goes brown. You know, so the meat is cooked and the onions are cooked. Bit of salt and pepper, which is very, very important. You have to season this. I actually didn't put in enough, so I was suggesting a bit more salt. And yeah, don't tell anyone about that, but I thought it might need a bit of an extra kick. That's me. So ready for this? You ready? Wow! Oh yeah! Close-up shot of the food. So that's it. So then after it's switched off, you add in a whole lemon juice, and then the fresh mint that you've just cut up. So you don't do this when you're cooking it, but once it's off the heat, leave it for a few secs, and then pop it in. And then you just mix that together and let that settle, and now you're ready to put some samosas together. So this is flour and water made into a little bit of a paste. This is what you're going to use to stick it together. So we do a fold, then we do another fold, make it into a kind of a triangle, and you pick it up and you open up the little pocket you've made, and then you shove some stuff in. Look at that, looking good already. But not too much, not too little. Then you just fold it over and try and close up the corners as best you can. I'm not fantastic, but then just using a bit of glue to finish it off there. You should close any gaps. There you go. So on to the frying. Basically, it takes about a minute to fry these. You're only frying the outside because the inside's cooked. But basically, keep flipping it in a shallow pan. I was bad and was using a saucepan of oil. Please use these in a deep fat fry if you've got one. Or if you're going to do this, just be very careful. But you're just going to cook it to the outside starts to turn. So it starts to go brown. You can see it in the speeded up. This is about 400% speed. So this is about 4 times as long. You can see I haven't cut it. It's done. And there we are. That's the batch I made. They look and taste amazing. Oh. and obviously I had to do a taste test really just to check. Oh, that is good. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It was my first attempt at a cooking video. Don't know how well I did. Please post a comment below. I'll also put in the doobly-doo, wunderbar thingy bobby, all the kind of measurements and stuff. But guys, thanks for watching. You are the snared and you have been, and I shall see you tomorrow. So take care guys. Bye.